hour, Mr. Flash.
And
all of a sudden you come up to me and you start doing like this in my face.
It
doesn't work that way.
It wasn't me doing it in your face.
Okay.
That's literally the opposite.
Well, I'm trying to listen to my
picture of you.
What I'm trying to listen to my budget.
I was trying to make you aware what I was doing real quick before I left, and that's all I was trying to do.
Okay.
And then you go hide somewhere. And so I literally...
No, I got calls that I got to attend to, okay? That's why I had to take a call. Did you see me back in there? I went back in there. I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. Okay? You got to understand, right now, this is the whole department right now, and we still got calls that are coming in, Mr. Flash. Do you understand?
I was not upset, and I'm still not like...
Okay. Let me ask you something. Why are you sweating real bad right now?
Why am I sweating real bad?
Sir.
Because that's what I was fixing to say. Is because obviously I'm in handcuffs, and I was grabbed physically, and that is a stress situation. So even though I, as a human being, am trying to be as calm and nice as can be, of course my body had a physiological reaction to that. And do you have a towel or something? That's
yes,
what I was
I'll get you something.
To ask.
I'll get you something. Can you get something from the restroom?
Because yes, I'm very good at sweating.
Okay. All right.
See, this whole department and what you do, we don't have a problem with what you do. Okay, this isn't personal. This isn't anything. Anybody that stands up in the middle when people are trying to, one, talk, and two, listen to business that pertains to them, because we have different offices in there. It's not just us. When people are in there and you are keeping them from listening to that because you are drawing attention to yourself.
I'm just going to kind of pat you down, all right?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
How's that?
That is the disruption, okay? But it's not the taking pictures, it's not the recording, and it's not even your presence, okay? Nobody has a problem with that. We don't have a problem with you. We just said, hey, keep your camera here, okay? But when you approach one of us, you approached him, and whenever you were grabbing your camera, after he left, I said, okay, go. You have to go. And you still walk towards me and then walk back, okay? All I want you to do is just to act a little bit more respectfully to everybody's time, okay? Because you said, hey, I'm trying to grab my camera, and I said, okay, grab it. Now go. Go, because the more you and I interact...
When did you say go? I was trying to go.
Whenever you were in the middle, okay? Whenever we're in the middle of
when
the
you were
two
yelling
rows.
at me about the personal space?
Nobody yelled at you, just like you were explaining excitedly.
Okay. So you were explaining excitedly to me. Okay, we all explained excitedly a lot.
We all explain excitedly around here, okay? So that's what we're doing. Okay?
So you were if get out of my personal space as loud and forceful as that was not yelling, then me being a little excited and trying to explain myself certainly isn't yelling at you guys,
so then
especially with. Well, I'm not excited anymore.
Okay.
I am making a very concerted effort to be as calm as possible.
And we are too, and we're being respectful to you. We're explaining what is going on to you so that you know where we are coming from, because we clearly understand where you're coming from, okay? The whole point of this is that everybody who's in there is in there for a reason. Everybody wants to. There's
I was in there for a reason too.
And you're fine, and it's fine. That's what I'm saying. Everybody that's in that courtroom is there to conduct business or listen to business that pertains to their department. Okay? But when you are drawing attention to yourself,
I was not trying to draw attention to myself at all.
I'm not going to argue that with you, okay?
Hold on.
That's when it becomes a disruption to somebody else, whether it's
were there any people attending the court meeting seated behind where I was standing?
What we're going to do right now...
Literally, there was no one seated behind where I was standing.
Go ahead and read him his rights. Go ahead and read him his rights, okay? That way anything you want to say after that, that'll be up to you, okay, Mr. Flash? But can you look at me when I'm talking to you? So we're not being disrespectful to you, okay? I've never been disrespectful to you, okay? I think this is the first time we've ever had a conversation together. Am I right? Have we ever had a conversation before this?
Yes.
Before today?
Yes.
Where at?
You spoke to me, and I when you took both of my devices.
Okay.
In a court.
All right. All I said, I'll have your phones, and I'll have them over here.
And I told my lawyer to tell you to object to that, or that.
Okay.
So I didn't.
But that had nothing to do with our department, did it? No. That had to do with the judge, correct?
And then you came and spoke to me, and I told you to speak to my lawyer.
But was I being disrespectful? I said, Mr. Flash, we're going to keep your phones back there, and I referred to you as Mr. Flash, didn't I?
My only concern was, obviously, our electronic devices hold our whole lives nowadays.
Yeah, and I get that. Did you get your phones back, sir? Yes, you received your phones back.
Let me make sure all my elements are in my, because I think things fell out when y'all were.
Okay.
Y'all have my coin wallet over there.
What is it? Yes, okay. You want me to put that inside
Would you
here?
mind resending this one, sir, just so it doesn't.
Which one?
I need this one on this side.
Okay.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm gonna read you your rights real quick, okay? This is just your Miranda.
Give me a second, okay? Go ahead. Pay attention to that first, and then we'll do that.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before answering questions and to have a lawyer with you during any questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be provided for you without cost. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you?
Yes.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
I'd like to talk to my lawyer.
Okay. Okay. Let me check those handcuffs real quick, okay? Go ahead and stand up. Okay.
May I call my lawyer,
1226.
please?
So I'm just gonna loosen this one up just a hair,
May I
okay?
use my phone to call my lawyer?
Okay, not at this time, not right now, okay? Give us just a second. You will get that chance to go ahead and contact your attorney, okay? Okay, how's that? That's better? Okay, go ahead and have a seat. As soon as we get done with that, and then we'll start dealing with you, okay, Mr. Flash? So we'll find out what's going to happen right now, and we'll advise you of the situation and what we're going to do to move forward, okay? So, does this have a clip on it somewhere? Can I take this off, or you would have to take the handcuffs off? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close. You want me to put this in there and close it up for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that his pen?
Yeah, this is all his.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if you could.
Put your face that way for me for a second. Okay? And then this right here. Okay? And then the zipper's right here. Okay. All right. What else do we got? Is that all his stuff?
Yes.
I
Other
wasn't
than that-
even planning on the commissioner's court today. I was planning to go to the clerk's office and start getting recordings of the commissioner's court's meetings.
Okay.
I've already sent her the USB drives, but rather than do a back and forth email, because I don't know if you knew this, but I was actually threatened that I couldn't go near the courthouse for, which was an illegal violation of my rights.
So what are you trying to get? Just when the court meetings are supposed to be,
No,
or
so I already sent USB thumb drives, clean, unopened, unpackaged ones to Jennifer Wright, and she, then if you want the audio, because all these recording meetings are recorded, you can get the audio, and then I can feed that audio up into a transcriber, which then I can take and feed that into AI and say, take everything that's a news story in here, and so they discuss the keep Fort Davis beautiful signs, for instance.
Okay.
It'll pull that story out in 2 minutes.
so you're wanting like the past commissioners' court meetings
I want
and
to get
stuff
them,
like that.
and actually I want to hopefully, because I know that right now every county has a method for everything, and right now the method's kind of cumbersome. You have to send them a USB drive, and then they put the audio on there for you. And so I was going to suggest actually Big Ben Times paying to host where they could just upload it.
Okay.
But when I found out that the Commissioner's Court, they were walking out of the recess for the executive session for the Commissioner's Court. And one of the things I was very interested in is that $500,000. Melanie had actually emailed me a tip on that, letting me know that what was going on with that.
Okay.
And so, like I said, and when the same reason Melanie wanted to leave is the same reason I wanted to leave. And as far as taking your picture, so as you know, you're a public official, and like
And
you
I
said,
get that, sir.
I
I
could
get
have taken
that.
your picture at any time.
And you should have done
all
that, sir,
I was
but not
trying to
disturb.
do- I wasn't trying to disturb.
But that's exactly what you were doing, sir.
Hold on, though. Just
Okay.
so, because things can be misinterpreted, and I think you're very much misinterpreting me. So what I wanted to do, because we all have taken pictures where we've had a picture taken of us and it hasn't been great. And, sometimes even people, like certain politicians and stuff, you see an unflattering picture shared, maybe even on purpose. Like they catch, this or that person. If you catch 100 photos of someone talking, you can catch them with their mouth open and ugly, just the right way.
Okay. You posted pictures like that, though, right?
No, I don't.
You don't post pictures like that, or
No,
people just?
No, I actually try to get. In other words, I'm trying to get a good picture, or I want a decent picture. So all I was trying to do was really quickly, like just a one sentence, hey, listen, take your shot, smile. And that's all I was trying to communicate. And then you're like, we can go outside. Blah, blah, blah.
And I did.
And I'm like not wanting to do that. That's not what I'm wanting to do. I'm just wanting to give you a heads up, the courtesy of giving you a heads up.
Okay.
That I was.
And I was being courteous to you, but just asking you to just wait a few more minutes, Mr. Flash.
Which
That's all I did. And I could do that.
But
I could do that.
I didn't want your attention. I wasn't asking.
You
for
got
your
my attention.
I was
But when
just
you start coming
trying
up
to
to me and putting something in front of
I
my
didn't
face,
put something
when
in
I'm
front
trying to
of your face.
listen
You
to
walked over
Commissioner's
to me,
Court,
sir.
okay?
Sir, there is actually a narrative of what happened, and you walked over to me. I was at a respectful distance. I can't take a picture of you that's any good 2 feet from your face. So I was not standing 2 feet from your face. And
We're not going to argue about this, Mr. Flash, okay? Like I told you before, we could go across the street, we could talk, we could sit down and talk if you wanted to, but when you start being disrespectful, Mr. Flash,
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful at
you
all,
know,
sir.
let me tell you something, okay? And I'm going to give you some advice. I think the way you approach people, you approach them the wrong way, okay? And it shouldn't be that.
Just curious.
What?
So I'm the same person in Presidio County. I'm the same person in Brewster County. Why is Jeff Davis have such a problem with
Nobody
me?
has a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you.
I'm
Have I ever
sitting here
told
in
you that?
handcuffs. I just got tackled in Commissioner's Court.
Like I said, have I ever disrespected you in any way, shape, or form? I don't think I have. Can you tell me when?
Sorry, I'm just trying not to mess up those chairs.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just,
So the reason
just asking.
you were asking the reason I sweat so much.
Yeah.
So I did. It's funny, you would think it would make you resistant to sweating or like less likely to sweat, but for years, and I still do when I get a chance, I did what's called Bikram yoga. Have you ever heard of it?
No, sir.
So it's where they heat the room up to 105 and 50% humidity, and then you do yoga for an hour and a half. And you sweat like just a bucket.
Yeah.
And I did that every day. And it's funny, you would think that it would like make you like
Stop sweating.
it makes you a better sweater.
Yeah.
Like my excretory system works really well. So
Yeah. You haven't answered my question. I mean, you don't have to. I get that, but have I ever been disrespectful to you, Mr. Flash?
I'm not sure how I classify right now.
Okay. All right. That's fine. If you don't want to answer that, you don't have to answer that. But I've never had. I never have, Mr. Flash.
I would just like to be. I would like to be able to get back in my rental car and go to my hotel in Midland tonight and fly home. That's what I would like to be able to do.
Okay.
And I haven't done anything that should make it where I can't do that. And I wouldn't do anything that would make it where that. And the reason I record is not to like be like, oh, gotcha. Like there are. It's funny because you know what a First Amendment auditor is. You're cops. You know what that is.
Yeah, of course.
That's the kind of guy who goes and just pokes and pokes and pokes. It just does everything, and they'll call you all kinds of things, but they won't show that. They'll show you when you just have had enough, and then they portray that, and it's very interesting that, and that's the type of